Carol Angela Davis. Trump's New York buildings are responsible for tons of greenhouse gas emissions in New York City, and the city just enacted a new pollution law. They say the president's 8 largest New York properties are responsible for 27,000 tons of planet-warming gases every year. That, folks, is equivalent to 5,800 cars. Yes. The buildings that exceed the new pollution thresholds include the Trump Tower on Fifth Avenue and the Trump Building down on Wall Street. But the biggest potential offender is Trump International Hotel and Tower. It's a 583-foot tall skyscraper that sits at the southwest corner of Central Park. Now, the building is on course to be fined, are you ready for this, $850,000 a year if no improvements are made to its energy efficiency. Now, in order to comply with the new regulations, the Trump properties have to improve their insulation, they have to upgrade the window glass, replace boilers, and better automate electricity use. So New York City Council passed the legislation to cut planet-warming emissions from the city's largest buildings recently, okay? All premises larger than 25,000 feet are going to be required to cut overall emissions by 40%, or they're going to face annual fines. Now, the legislation there in New York City affects about 50,000 buildings overall, which is a lot of buildings there in New York City. According to the International Energy Agency, more than a third of global energy consumption, this is really interesting, comes from the construction and operation of buildings. Yes, it does. And last year, the United Nations issued a report that stated the world must make an quote-unquote unprecedented effort to cut emissions by 40% by 2030, okay? After that, emissions have to be cut effectively to 0 by 2050 in order to avoid the worst ravages of climate change. And of course, they include severe heat waves, flooding, ruinous storms, and food insecurity. I'm Carol Angela Davis. Catch me on YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. Thanks for watching.